What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This video, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a very detailed review of this CarPlay module that I've installed, and it's called Sinaru or well Sazi Auto. The link will be in the description. So guys, in this video we're going to cover 6 different things. Number 1, how easy it was to go and install it. Number 2, actually driving around and checking out Siri's functionalities and how nice having CarPlay is. Number 3, how the Uconnect settings are retained and the reverse camera, etc. Number 4, the sound quality ever since installing this, how it actually sounds. Number 5, video and AirPlay, and if you can play videos while in motion. Number 6, finally, we're gonna go through all the settings of the module, gonna explain what's going on over there as well. So let's get right into it. Obviously, you've seen the installation video. If you have not, I'm going to link it in the description, as well as it's going to pop up in the top right corner. Guys, go and check it out about how to install this. So definitely learn a thing or two while doing it. But as you can see, as long as you take the trim out, and I know it's going to be quite a little bit of a struggle taking these little plugs out, but once you take them out, it's going to be pretty straightforward. With the installation video, you have all the pitfalls that I went through. So you can go straight into taking the right steps, a few screws off. You're going to pop open this part, and then you can just go ahead and put the other motherboard in, put the flex cables in, and that's pretty much it, guys, and reassemble it, and you're done. I have my Insta360 camera, and I want to show you just driving around the neighborhood and how Siri works, all of that stuff. I just started my car. CarPlay is connected. It goes straight to CarPlay, and I love how it does that. And there's my phone. I have my little charger, so I just plug it in, and I just shove it in there. Okay, so here's CarPlay, and if you ever want to switch out of CarPlay, all I got to do is just hold this button. 1, 2 seconds, and you're out. Literally everything works, and the time it takes to switch out, guys, is 2 seconds. Press and hold that, I'm back over here. Let's go for a little ride, shall we? So let's do this. I'm going to show you Siri's functionalities, so let's try that. Hey Siri, take me to the nearest gas station.
One option I see is 7-Eleven fuel station on Springwood Road in Springwood. A little more than 2 kilometers to your west, and it gets 40% positive ratings. How about that one?
Sounds good, let's go there.
Getting directions to 7-Eleven fuel station.
So obviously you can start driving, and it's going to choose the first option. There you go, by itself, and you can just drive. And I'm going to show you that it's, see how nice and smooth it is? Look at that, beautiful. There's no lags or anything like that. It's so very well. See where this takes me. Okay. So honestly, it works really well, guys. It's literally Apple CarPlay. You know, there's no complaints. There's nothing fake about it. Nothing slow about it. The only drawback that I would say is that this particular touchscreen from the 2014 does not really have multi-touch, so that's where you have a little bit of a difficulty. So guys, initially I mentioned the only drawback is that swipe gestures will not really work, but if you actually put some effort into it, it actually does work. You got to press and then you can drag, and then it actually works. For example, let's go to maps, and I'm here right now. If I just tap and then I can drag, so then you can actually drag around the screen. As you can see, it kind of works. So it kind of still works, tap and drag, as you can see. But of course, tapping, you can still get away with all the tapping that you need to do. And everything works with taps. You can just go back and then continue on with your navigation. Hey Siri, cancel the navigation.
Ending navigation.
Hey Siri, can you take me to the nearest supermarket?
One option is Drake's on Underwood Road in Rochdale South. Less than 2 kilometers to your west, and it gets 67% positive ratings. Does that one sound good?
Yeah, let's go to Drake's.
Getting directions to Drake's.
And just like that. So for example, I'm like, hey Siri, can you text Mike?
What do you want to say to Mike?
Hey Mike, this is just a CarPlay recording, testing it out.
It says, hey Mike, this is just a CarPlay recording testing it out. Send it?
No, cancel it. Hey Siri, do I have any unread messages?
You have new messages in deep conversation. First, Kogan said, "Hey, Kogan's Yo FYing awesome sale is on. Get up to 70% off awesome TVs."
Okay, well there you go. It can read your messages for you. It gets right back to music. Hey Siri, stop music. There you go, guys. I mean, Apple CarPlay works excellent. I mean, you honestly don't have to do much, and I'm an Apple guy. I love Apple CarPlay, and so this works excellent. Any given point of time, just go here. Boom, back to Uconnect. And then it's not like Apple CarPlay has to restart or reset or any of that. It's still running in the background. So I just have to press and hold 2 seconds. Boom, I'm back here. It picks off like it was running in the background because it actually was. And I'm also going to show you this. I'm going to stop here for a second. And it works flawless. And I actually love it. So even though you don't have swipe gestures, it's still great. It's still great. You can still utilize it. And if you ever feel stuck that you can always use a little dial here. Yeah, you can always go across here. It's definitely worth the price, especially when it only costs like, I mean, I got it for $270, but if you guys are seeing this video, there is a $245 offer coming up. So if you get it that time, congratulations. I have the links in the description. You can check it out. But other than that, I love it. I absolutely love it. So if I just go to the next page, I have ChatGPT I can talk to. I haven't ever opened it up. Let's see. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, that was... Hey, ChatGPT.
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's on your mind today?
I didn't even ask that. What do you think about CarPlay?
I think CarPlay can be really handy if you want to keep your eyes on the road but still have quick access to what you need, whether that's music, calls, or maps. It streamlines everything into a familiar and safer interface. Of course, like any tech, it's all about how you use it, but overall I'd say it's a solid companion for the drive.
There you go, guys. ChatGPT said it. With car scanner. I mean, I've got car scanner. Let's see. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll give it a shot. That is pretty cool. I have never tried this before. I'm actually trying this live. Oh, I want to give that a shot. I want to give that a shot. Well, my iPhone's on the ground. Of course, the main reason I really wanted this one is because it has a lot of features in this one, and I've seen so many Android units where, you know, you might lose your settings and stuff. Some people told me maybe you're not really going to lose all that settings, but what I care about is the controls, the climate controls, and then you have performance pages, you've got the settings for literally everything. But the main thing that I really care about is the suspension, because I have air suspension in mine. It has auto entry, tire jack mode, transfer, you know, yada yada yada, all that stuff. And if I go to other controls over here, mirror dimmers, and you have other heated steering. Oh, there's literally so many settings, right? And I don't want to lose this system. So while I had the system, I also wanted to have Apple CarPlay, and that's why this is perfect. So all I got to do is just press and hold this for 2 seconds, and boom, there you go. There you go. All of the settings open up, performance pages works, everything works excellent. So guys, even if you're here, I know a lot of questions were like, how about the reverse camera? Instantly switches out. So if I'm gonna put the reverse on, and there you go, instantly switches to reverse. It doesn't even take that 2 seconds to switch over to the other system and then go to reverse camera. No, it's instant. And I go back to park and you're back instantly to Apple CarPlay. And I love that. I absolutely love that. So there's no issues over there whatsoever. So when you increase the volume and you change tracks, you don't get a visual notification on the screen. It does not show up over here. So you have the volume knob over here as well that you can control with. So I'm just gonna play something right now. And while it's playing, you can see volume. I'm gonna hit down, 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 down. That's almost like 0 volume. And then I'm gonna increase now. Increase, increase, increase. You can see it's really loud right now. It's getting, woo, that is loud. I'm gonna go back down. And the only other issue is I'm going to open up a playlist over here. But here's the crazy part. You know how you have these 2 buttons behind? The top is to go ahead and, you know, go to the next song, and the bottom is normally to go to the previous track. But it's actually inverse right now. So If I hit the top right now, it actually starts over. It's almost like hitting back. And then if I hit the bottom, it goes to the next song. So if I hit the top, it's going to go back to the previous song. So I know this is kind of like switched only for this one over here, but also another thing is if you change your temperature settings, see if I go and decrease this, you can see it changes over here on the passenger side, not on the driver side. Likewise, if I decrease that side, yeah, those are the only two things that are swapped around. So good news, you don't have to go ahead and settle for it. I did reach out to the seller. The seller did mention that they're gonna go and send me a software update. If I just go and stick it in there, update it, it should go ahead and work perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever. So those are the only things that I've noticed in terms of functionality. I actually really like this. Okay guys, the volume is so good. I'm just gonna reduce it. Let's go something else. Hey Siri, next song please. Hey Siri, can you increase the volume by 10?
I can't help with it, but you can adjust it using your vehicle stereo.
That's right, Siri. So there you go. Ooh. So this is why I love the dials, whatever. Jeep sounds so much better, and I have so much more bass after I played with this settings over here. And guys, you increase this, you're gonna literally have your windows shattering a little bit. Okay, maybe a little exaggeration, but your windows, I can hear a lot of rumble and shake. I'm not an audiophile or anything like that, but I love bass. And trust me, after putting this on, and I've just increased 0.3, 0.3, 2, and 0 in the bass section, and the bass is so much better. Like this, a little bit higher was an overkill. Oh my gosh, the back was rattling, guys. It literally felt like I had this massive bass thing on the inside. So you have mid and you have treble. All right guys, well, since the last time I did not put the USB in the right place, which I would think would be dangling from right here, I need to redo this whole part again. So that's where I have all the extra stuff here. There's the USB, that's what I want. Okay, there's the USB, this is what I need. Look at the random things I gotta do. Put this cable through the inside, took it out over here, tie the USB cable here. I'm just gonna pull this thing through, get the USB cable down there. So, woo, success. That's all I needed. I really hate that I had to open this up again, but guys, again, learn a lesson, do that first. So when you put the stuff inside here, make sure you drop the USB cable down there so it can stick out like this in this corner here. So it doesn't look as bad. It's just there in that corner, and it's in the passenger side, so who cares? I'm gonna put this back in now. And that's how you go ahead and play your videos if you need to, or also do your software updates and stuff like that. So you better have that USB plugged in. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 4 MOV formats, and then I'm gonna do 4 MP4 formats and see if all of them show up, and I'm able to cycle through them in the car. I'm gonna go and plug in the pen drive. Okay, so the USB is plugged in right now. Okay, so disconnect CarPlay, so you can't do it when CarPlay is on. Oh, okay guys, so apparently you can go ahead and watch a video if you have it in your pen drive. Looks like all of them show up. That is me. You know, I was trying to make some podcasts once upon a time. Okay, so I'm gonna go and reduce my video, and I can use my own video, so YouTube's not gonna flag me. But I'm gonna go and try and drive around right now to see if it's still playing when I'm driving around. So let's do that. All right guys, so there you go. For people who've been asking if you can play a video while you're driving, yes you can. As you can see, if you have your own video, it works. So apparently MP4 supports, MOV supports, looks like they all support. The volume works too. You can actually browse through and actually, you know, go ahead and play stuff. And it's pretty snappy too. So there you go guys, you can actually be driving around and be watching a video if you want to. Now I don't know why many people want to do it, but I personally would not. So now that we know that you can do this, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this thing up here. I'm gonna exit out of here. So I'm gonna go back to something else I'm gonna try. This is basically mirroring. I wanna go and try and mirror. All right, so you gotta go join the Wi-Fi, and there's a Wi-Fi and password right there. Join that Wi-Fi. So now I can probably go ahead and mirror my screen. There you go. I am mirroring my screen right now, and my iPhone's being mirrored, if you can see it. Okay. So now let me go ahead and try and play a video. Let's just say, there you go. That's something I cooked just yesterday. Delicious. Okay, for instance, this is one of the clips that I was shooting for the last video. It is playing really smooth. Okay, so if you lock your phone, it's gonna stop playing. So it's playing right now, and I'm gonna try and move the car and see if it's gonna stop. So while you're airplaying, looks like yes, you can be driving around. So if you have a passenger who want to go ahead and AirPlay using your phone, you can do that, and it's gonna go ahead and still, you know, it's gonna still keep playing the video. As you can see, I am moving, I am in motion. So if you do AirPlay, you can be doing this. So that keeps playing, guys. So that works. Now let me try if I go to YouTube. I know you guys have this question, so I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, since I'm connected to the Wi-Fi to this particular thing, so it's trying to use Wi-Fi. So what I recommend, if you have some downloaded stuff, so you can play your videos, let's just say Apple TV, if you have anything downloaded, Amazon Prime. So guys, it is pretty instant, like it's very smooth. You can actually see how absolutely smooth it is. It's absolutely smooth. Like, not a second delay. I don't see a delay at all. It's really impressive. So if I go here, so this is one of the clips. You can see volume works as well. Make sure you drop the USB cable down there so it can stick out like this in this corner here. So it doesn't look as bad. It's just there. So guys, if you have any videos locally available on your phone, if you're downloaded on YouTube or you have it downloaded on Amazon Prime or Apple TV, whatever, you can go ahead and do that. So here's another way for you to go ahead and, you know, play videos while you're driving. So if that's something that you want to do, that's another thing over there. Personally, I'm not a big fan of having videos on my Apple CarPlay, so I'm going to go back to CarPlay right now. Another thing, if you go here, there is no Jeep app. It just says Jeep, because when you tap it, it goes to the actual settings of the CarPlay module. So this is the CarPlay module settings over here. So obviously touch doesn't work so much over here. Obviously you can't swipe around, so you can use this to choose what you want to choose. So if you go here, CarPlay, so all your Android people, there is Android Auto as well, and you can also do mirroring. You do have a video setting over here that you could watch videos from, and then video in. If you have a front camera, you can actually, you know, switch on your video of your front camera right over here. So there is no front camera. I don't have one over there. So if I go back, and then of course you go to settings, you do have a bunch of settings over here. So you have general, so you have volume settings over here, auto start, phone link, of course. Go to car settings, you have the backup camera, OEM camera, parking sensors are on, guidelines are on, backup detection can this. Front camera is off because I don't have a front camera, but you can install a front camera as I mentioned earlier. Then you also have microphones on OEM. So the settings for car settings, you go to display, you have the brightness, contrast, and saturation. This is the levels I've set it on, but you can go ahead and play with it as what you find is better for the way you like your displays. Of course, you go to sound, and now guys, this is where I enjoy this, because I'm not an audiophile or anything like that, but I love bass. And trust me, after putting this on, and I've just increased 0.3, 0.3, 2, and 0 in the bass section, and the bass is so much better. Like this, a little bit higher was an overkill. Oh my gosh, the back was rattling. So you have mid and you have treble. You can play around with this as much as you want. You have all this, I have it on user. You can have all of these different options. You can play music and change it while it's on music. Of course, then you go to language. You have all the different language options you have. System, so this is where you have your information for the system, and in case you want to get like a software update or anything like that, they would need this information. So this is where you get that information. So that's about it. That's with the settings over here. It just goes straight back to CarPlay, and boom, I'm back here. And that's pretty much it for this particular video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. Let me know in the comments if there's any questions you have, guys. I'm happy to answer them for you. There is a few more videos coming out with some of the things with Jeep and travel and exploring. So if you're new to this channel, guys, go ahead and drop a subscribe to see more videos from me. Cheers, guys.